second part of my perimenopause and menopause video series. In this second part, we are covering some nutritional fundamentals or basics, and there's been a lot to cover, so I have done this over 3 separate videos. The first focused on carbohydrates and the importance of really increasing those complex, high fiber carbohydrates whilst decreasing the simple, refined carbs, and also thinking about the timing and the way we eat. So timing those carbs in and around exercise when our body is more receptive to the carbohydrates. The second video focused on protein and the need for good quality protein intake throughout the day. We need protein with every main meal and every snack and after exercise, where the duration is 60 minutes or more for running and 45 minutes or more for resistance or strength training. And this helps provide the anabolic stimulus for lean muscle gain, recovery, and also healthy hormone production. So now I'm going to focus on the gut microbiome. So our microbiome is hugely important, not just for digesting our food, but also with regulating hormones such as estrogen, thyroid stimulating hormones, serotonin, and our stress hormones. With estrogen, the microbiome helps to convert the phytoestrogens, which are found in many foods we eat, into their more active form, which is helpful given a significant cause of perimenopause and menopause symptoms are caused by a decrease in estrogen levels. A healthy microbiome is also required to clear estrogen properly, so through the elimination pathways such as our stool. So in this way, our gut microbiota can also be a contributing factor to the symptoms we experience during this time. Our microbiome has a big effect on our estrogen receptors and has direct influence on all systems of the body. So you may have heard the term gut-brain axis, and this is a direct link between what is happening in the gut and what all of our body systems do, including our gastrointestinal function, our central nervous system, our immune system, and so on. So in summary, a healthy gut microbiome helps to reduce inflammation. It improves our energy and reduces fatigue, helps maintain a really healthy metabolism. It supplies the essential metabolites to the mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of the cell, the body cells, and that's how we get our energy. It also regulates energy production, storage, and expenditure. It helps our mental strength, our stress reactions. It also improves the body composition, our bone density and remodeling, increased nutrient absorption and utilization, better sleep architecture, so better REM sleep and slow wave sleep, and also upregulates our antioxidant system, which is really important for fighting off things associated with inflammation and chronic conditions. Now, the gut microbiota is very different for everyone, but it consists of 2 very dominant sort of bacterial divisions. So you've got your Firmicutes, and when these dominate, they're associated with increases in inflammation, increased capacity for energy absorption. So the more or the higher percentage of the Firmicutes bacteria, this pulls nutrients from our foods, and so we store more fat and visceral fat, so it can lead to weight gain and chronic disease. And then we have the bacteroidetes. Both affect our weight as they regulate how much energy we absorb. So, as I mentioned, the Firmicutes sort of division absorb more than the bacteroidetes. So how do we build a healthy, robust, and more balanced gut microbiota? So you need to balance your macronutrients. So this is really providing your gut with a mix of the macronutrients. So this includes lots of different quality protein sources, nutrient and fiber-dense carbohydrate, and especially fats such as omega-3 fatty acids. We also need fiber. It's absolutely essential for feeding your microbiota, and you need to aim for about 25 grams a day. And if you're a very active woman, you need a bit more fiber, so more like 28 grams a day. But just remember that you do need to time high fiber food intake because high fiber food slows digestion down. So you want to avoid high fiber sort of carbohydrates before exercise, especially running, otherwise it can lead to gastrointestinal issues during your run. We really need to eat a plant-rich diet. I'm not saying plant-based, that you need to only consume plant foods, but we want a plant-rich or a plant-focused diet. So increase your intake of cruciferous vegetables and flax seeds, get your carbohydrate from fruit and vegetables, include a wide colour of fruits and vegetables, as this really enhances the growth of bacteria responsible for the positive health outcomes. And it also helps reduce the negative effects of Easter in the body and provides more prebiotic fiber for the gut microbiome, and also improves insulin sensitivity. We need to consume probiotic foods. So these are the healthy bacteria to help populate your gut microbiome. So these are your best source of your fermented foods. So plain or natural yogurt with live cultures. Activia is a brand that has a lot of good live cultures. Kefir, miso, kimchi, sauerkraut, that type of thing. And then we also want to have prebiotic foods. So these have a fiber that feeds the beneficial bacteria. So good sources are barely ripe bananas, asparagus, apples, onions, leeks, garlic, oatmeal, legumes, bitter greens, so like your rocket, and Jerusalem artichokes. We really want to limit ultra-processed foods. So these refined, sugary foods promote firmicutes in the gut. And when these take over, inflammation and weight gain often follow. And artificial sweeteners and sugar substitutes are not necessarily better. They have been shown to disrupt the balance and diversity of gut microbiota. So it's best to try and avoid these or really limit consumption of these where possible. And keep exercising. Exercise contributes to the diversity of the microbiome, and so can really help to improve that bacteroides to firmicutes ratio, and that then helps healthy weight maintenance and reduces the risk of increasing visceral fat. And one last thing, try and avoid non-steroid NSAIDs, so your ibuprofen and so on, only take as necessary. They really do have an impact on the composition and function of the gut microbiota, and so can lead to an imbalance of the microorganisms, which is not great. So only really use as absolutely as necessary. So that's a few points around the gut microbiota. In the next couple of videos, I'm actually going to be talking more about sleep, how to manage stress, and also tapping into a few key nutrients that can really help support and sort of mitigate some of those symptoms that are common in perimenopause and menopause. Until next time, bye.